children's video game. So they're not telling. That's who's not listening is the problem. Don't worry about who's telling. Don't worry about who's talking. Who's getting the message? Are they even getting the message? That nationality is the order of the day. Everybody's trying to tell you in every way, shape, and form you want to hear it. Captain America came out, put the red background, whatever, with the star on it. Like, what do you want? Beyonce came out, put it in the stuff. What do you want? Right? Speaking about Beyonce. Now, you just have to why they do certain stuff. Prince Harry bombs TO model. Through her time as a contestant on America's Next Top Model, blah blah, her appearance in Beyonce's visual album Lemonade, blah 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 blah, Winnie Harlow has shared a screen with the likes of Banks and Queen Bey. But I just said Beyonce. Why not just continue saying Beyonce? Like, why stress Queen Bey? Why bring that up? Right? The model, who previously went by the name Chantel Brown Young, change name, correct name, whatever, marriage, whatever, right? In the Bay article. Who Bay, we don't even care, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. German researchers want most robots to feel what most elusive human experience, pain. The Teutonic boffins are now creating a nervous system that could ape a pain response in robots. They believe it would allow them to quickly react and avoid dangerous situations. Pain is a system that protects us. Researcher Johannes Kuhn, and these are the Nazi freaking scientists, children that are still Nazi scientists, playing around talking about make robots feel pain and stuff like that, right? Kathleen Wynne offers indigenous peoples a formal apology for the abuses of the past. In a statement to the legislature this morning, Wynne delivered the province's official response to last year's 381-page report from the Truth and Reconciliation Commission on the cultural genocide of Aboriginal people. However, we measure a person's opportunity and security in life. A disturbing gap exists between the indigenous and non-indigenous population. Notice she didn't say foreigner, right? Indigenous and non-indigenous. The Premier said in an emotional 1,700-word statement to a packed house, "It is the gap created by a country that abused and betrayed its indigenous people. It is a gap that swallows lives and extinguishes hope across generations," she said. For a long time, indigenous people's calls for justice could not be heard across this yawning gulf because Canada did not want to hear them. It is thanks to the resiliency of those who endured the abuses of the past that we are finally listening. Acknowledging Ontario Regional Chief Isadore Day, D-A-Y, Day? Aboriginal Chief? Named Day? D-A-Y? Really? Sure. And many other indigenous leaders in the legislature, Wynne said she was especially humbled to welcome survivors of the horrific residential schools that existed in the province from 1832 until 1991. So, There's residential schools in 1832. But Canada is taking responsibility for this genocide. But if Canada was founded in 1867, how'd they get back to 32 to be doing stuff to Indians or whatever? Oh, that wasn't Canada back then. Oh, that wasn't Canada back then. Those were colonists. Okay, so the colonists are now Canada in order to hide their stuff that they did. No different than so-called Dirty Moors sell a package and tomorrow change their name of their organization and change their phone number. You can't get a hold of them after you paid them $1,800. Playing people. From coast to coast to coast, the residential school system set out to take the Indian out of the child, quote unquote, by removing indigenous children from their homes and systematically stripping them of their languages, cultures, laws, and rights. Children were physically, emotionally, and sexually abused. Many died, she said. Thank you for finding the strength and courage to come forward and tell your stories, and the stories of those who were lost. In opening our eyes, you have given us this chance to move forward as partners and the opportunity to say we are sorry, said Wynne. So before I go on, I want to show my respect for all the survivors and all the victims by offering a formal apology for the abuses of the past. Now keep in mind that Kathleen Wynne used to be the Minister of Transportation. When she was Minister of Transportation, she received many writs from Moors in Canaanland who were exercising right to travel to fight tickets and stuff like that. And getting off of them. You know, of course, some not getting off, but we don't worry about L's.